Today I fucked up by suggesting a US senator should play kickball. Last year I organized a kickball team for a rec league here in DC, and invited a bunch of friends and their friends. We were shooting the shit before the game, and I was getting to know a friend of a friend whom I'd only met once before. It turned out she worked on Capitol Hill, as many Washingtonians do. Specifically, she was a staffer for Senator Tammy Duckworth. Like most Americans, I don't know all 100 senators by name, but her name rang a bell and conjured an image for me of a tough but progressive Midwesterner woman. Turns out I may have been thinking of Tammy Baldwin. So I asked, how is it working for Tammy Duckworth? And she said, it's great. And I said, I bet she'd kick ass at kickball. Tammy Duckworth lost her legs in Iraq. She looked shocked and gave me a nod. A few minutes later I figured it out and we shared a laugh. I saw her again at a party a few days ago and was reminded of this. Too long did not read. I suggested a double amputee should play kickball. Honestly, Tammy Duckworth probably would figure out a way to kick ass at kickball. She's a badass. I'm an amputee and I can send a kickball to the fucking stratosphere if I catch it with the toe of my prosthetic. Well, that was a painful mistake. I think Tammy would find it funny though. As penance, you have to donate $100 to her campaign. Soon as I saw the title, I figured it had to be Duckworth, because that's the cringiest possible one. Even without legs, I'll bet she could take most of those old farts to school on the kickball field though. Well, I once asked a girl if she drove where we were at. She has a fucking guide dog, and wears thick tinted glasses. Sometimes our brains just pick the dumbest possible option in conversation. Today I fucked up by calculating my inflation-adjusted raises. Today I fucked up by using an inflation calculator to check my salary growth. It started as a random curiosity. I'd been at my job since 2015 and recently got a promotion. I thought it'd be interesting to see how my salary has kept up with inflation over the years, especially since I felt pretty good about that promotion. Spoiler. It was not interesting, it was soul-crushing. So, I punched in the numbers, my starting salary in 2015 and my current salary after 9 long years of loyalty, hard work, and one big promotion. I was expecting a decent difference, something to justify all those late nights, skipped vacations, and, doing more with less, speeches. But when the inflation-adjusted numbers popped up on the screen, I had to do a double take. The difference? A measly 3.24%. That's it. After nearly a decade, my salary has only increased by 3.24% when adjusted for inflation. I stared at the screen in disbelief, feeling a mix of anger, sadness, and, honestly, a sense of betrayal. I've always been the loyal employee type, the one who sticks it out because things will eventually get better, right? But this felt like a slap in the face from the universe telling me that my loyalty was worth next to nothing. To add salt to the wound, I started thinking about all the opportunities I passed up, the job offers I didn't pursue because I was comfortable, or so I thought. I was playing it safe, believing that sticking with my company would pay off in the long run. But now, it's clear that I've been shortchanging myself, literally. I could have pushed harder to move up or moved on to somewhere that would have valued my experience and contributions more. But instead, I let myself get complacent, and now I'm facing the harsh reality that my promotion barely kept pace with inflation. I can't help but feel like I really fucked up by not trying harder to get out of here sooner. Now I'm left wondering how to pick up the pieces and make up for lost time. I guess the moral of the story is, don't let loyalty blind you to the fact that sometimes, you're just not getting what you're worth. Too long did not read. Today I fucked up by using an inflation calculator entering my salary from when I first got hired, 2015, and comparing it to the salary I have today. The difference after 9 years and 1 promotion is 3.24%. I'm very depressed about how bad I fucked up by not trying harder to get out of here before. If it makes you feel better, I did the same last week and went negative. Every decent raise I've gotten has been when I changed jobs. If you want a good raise, switch jobs. It sucks, but that is the only way to get ahead really. It's tough realizing that all your hard work hasn't paid off as much as you hoped. It's a harsh lesson on valuing yourself and not getting stuck in a comfort zone. Loyalty to companies is never worth anything. The best way to improve pay is always through switching jobs. This is very common knowledge. Who or what led you to believe otherwise? I started earning more as clerical at an investment bank with no prior experience than I was making as a department store manager with 3 years experience. Since getting into the tech industry, every significant salary increase came from job hopping, which my very first manager encouraged me to do. Stuart, wherever you are, thanks for that piece of advice.